Good morning. We are at Monterey and we're heading for San Francisco. You can see in the middle display down here on the right, there's the Monterey Peninsula in front of you, and this is what we're looking out at. We're looking out toward Pacific Grove over downtown Monterey, and we'll be heading for Santa Cruz. So we're scheduled to go to 6,000 feet, and I take the brakes off and we'll just head on down the road here. Full power. We are in the Cessna Longitude, Citation Longitude, and we're supposed to get up to about a little over 100 here. Rotate slightly, and we get the gear up, get the flaps up, and we turn the autopilot on. Here we go. And we'll go outside, watch outside. Leaving Monterey.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, contact Oakland Center on 127.45.
There's a Navy course, and then we'll see Old Del Monte, oldest course west of the Mississippi. It sits right there. My house sits right over in there, where I am right at this moment.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, acknowledged. Last transmission.
So we need to acknowledge the last transmission.
Auto-Throttle. Going to 127.45 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
And we'll kick the auto throttle on. There we go. So we will talk to Oakland Center.
Oakland Center Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie is passing 3,200 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie, Oakland Center, altimeter 29.902, radar contact. Continue to Santee.
So we got the auto throttle has been the perplexing part of operating. I'm learning all these new whistles and bells that I didn't have when I flew, and that's the fun for me. So we'll look out at Santa Cruz. Let's look back to the Monterey Peninsula. There's Pacific Grove out on that point there, the peninsula, and on the back side of that is Pebble Beach. And then in the distance you see Carmel Bay and Point Lobos. Then on down, it heads down to the southeast toward Big Sur. So we'll get back on the front. There we go. And we'll just look out this way. There's Watsonville. Leveling off at 6,000. The auto throttle keeps us at our speed limit, which is 250 knots, which I am usually braking because I'm trying to get from point A to point B much quicker. Now the thing I'm going to learn today is how to make this go a little faster. There's something on the keyboard which will fast forward the position. If you're in a position where it's relatively boring, here we'll come back here. We'll come back here, and that is the Fort Ord Airport called Marina. It used to be Fritchie Field when the Army was at Fort Ord. Okay, that's all I know, and Here, this little bump on the mountain, you've probably heard me say that many times. That's called Mount Umanum. And then just past that, you see the little pin sticking up. That's San Jose Airport right there. So you don't even need a radio taking off from Monterey. You just head at Mount Umanum if you're going to San Jose. Which was the predominant direction. Of course, I was working for Piper. I worked for the dealer there as a flight instructor, and then I worked as a salesman for the distributor. After I finished the mail run, I worked for Alaska Transportation, which was right in the same area.
Cessna 05 Golf, you are 21 miles southeast. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect vectors visual runway 30 approach.
There's Santa Cruz. We go back inside, see how things are looking in here. Go over one.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect vectors
And
visual
you can
runway 30
see
approach
everything
Cessna 05 Golf.
looks good there.
Cessna 05 Golf,
6,250.
contact NorCal, approach on 133.9 or 5. Good day.
We're coming right up on the shoreline here. We should be able to look right out at the shoreline here. And the Santa Cruz
133.9 or 5 Cessna
Beach
05
Boardwalk.
Golf. Goodbye.
I'm gonna have to say I am not sure. It goes out in here somewhere. I see a little something right there, and then they would just adjacent to that they would have the park. Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk has the roller coaster. Bonnie Doon, just a little airport on top of the hill, and then out here to the left I found a little small airport. You can barely get a Cub in there, right on the ocean front. I never landed at that. There was one down here to the south, just south of Watsonville on the coastline. Little airport which was a grass strip called Monterey Academy. And they used to have an airport here at Santa Cruz going into Scotts Valley. There was I think they called it the Santa Cruz Airport. Maybe it was called Scotts Valley, but that was back in the 60s.
Center on 119.475. Good day.
Going to 119.475 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie. Oakland Center Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie 6,000 feet.
Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie, Oakland Center, altimeter 29.9 radar contact, continue.
And then looking over here, we're looking at San Jose International, I believe, right there. And this is Moffett Field, but we'll verify those as we get closer.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, contact NorCal, approach on 128.575. Good day.
128.575 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie. Goodbye. NorCal approach Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie 6,000 feet.
Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie, NorCal, approach altimeter 29.9 radar contact, continue to SAPID.
Yeah, for some reason you don't have to acknowledge that initial contact with ATC. Yeah, right now I'm sitting here. The only thing I'm controlling is the mouse.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, you are 30 miles south. Keep speed not above 240 knots. Expect RNAV Zulu runway 28 right approach via EDDYY transition. Cleared to EDDYY.
Keep speed not above 240 knots. Expect RNAV Zulu runway 28, right approach via EDDYY. Transition cleared to EDDYY Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
You can definitely see the bottom of the bay, and then straight ahead is a little bump on the horizon, and that's Mount Diablo over near Concord. And that's on the way to the Delta.
7 Bravo Charlie, descend and maintain 3,300 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,300 feet. Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
So see, we have 3,000 in there. We're descending at 1,700 feet a minute. Here's our path going up the bay to San Francisco. I think the runway that we're landing on there says runway 28 right there is San Francisco, looking at the chart. And we're coming down to 3,000 feet. We can increase the rate of descent a little bit there. Rate of descent 2,500 feet, and the auto-throttle is holding our speed. You can see the engines are nearly at idle. 22.2.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, climb and maintain 4,000 feet.
And they do that, and that's just a glitch. Now, if the real ATC tells you to climb, you go ahead and acknowledge it, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to stay at 3,000.
Climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
They come right back and say descend to 3,000. It might say 2,800, but I think they'll say 3,000. I won't even click this off. I'll just sit here and wait for them to come right back. And our speed is, I guess they're slowed it down to 240. They said not above 240. They pay attention to that. It's all magic to me. So give me the 3,000 again. Come on. And if they had really given you 4, they'd be coming on saying, hey, you're supposed to be at 4.
Climb and maintain 3,000 feet.
There's 3,000. Now, I do have to answer them, otherwise they'll nag me. Going by Palo Alto Airport.
Climb and maintain 3,000 feet. Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
Palo Alto Airport, been in and out of there many times. And then right over here is Stanford at Palo Alto. There's the campus of Stanford University. And Bayshore, no, that's not the Bayshore Freeway. That's El Camino Real. I think they call that Highway 1. There's 101 right under us. And then there's the Dumbarton Bridge. I don't know what you call the salt flats. The Piper dealer back when I flew was Nystrom Aviation. They were a big Piper dealer right there. And we head up the bay. Yeah, it's holding 240 now instead of 250.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, you are 13 miles southeast of San Francisco. Contact San Francisco Tower on 120.5 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 120.5 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
And then we have to turn on the approach right there. So we will intercept the glide slope. There's San Francisco Airport runways 28 left and right. And once we get on the final approach course, we will call the tower and say that's what we're doing. Oh, there it was. And we're on there.
San Francisco Tower, Cessna 527 Bravo, Charlie 10 miles southeast, inbound Arnav Zulu, runway 28, right approach.
We have locked onto the glide slope.
527 Bravo, Charlie, San Francisco Tower. Altimeter 29.9, wind calm, cleared Arnav Zulu, runway 28, right approach.
Cleared Arnav Zulu, runway 28, right approach, Cessna 7 Bravo, Charlie.
Get this out of the way. We got to go inside.
Cessna 7 Bravo, Charlie, wind calm, caution, the Airbus A20M landing runway 28 left. Clear to land runway 28 right.
Okay.
Cleared to land runway 28 right, Cessna 7 Bravo,
So
Charlie.
then we turn off the auto-throttle.
Traffic, 12 o'clock, low, less than 1 mile.
Put the gear down and notch a flap.
Climb.
Oh, we do have to. Oh, look at the traffic over to the left.
Increase climb, clear of conflict, auto-throttle, traffic, 10 o'clock, same altitude, less than 1 mile.
There we go. Flaps down. We got to get down to.
Airspeed.
We got to get the airspeed down to 100.
Auto-throttle.
I don't know why it's calling for the auto throttle. Let's see here.
Traffic, 7 o'clock.
I think
Same
auto throttle
altitude,
should be
less
off.
than 1 mile.
Auto throttle's off. They're just letting me know that I got to keep track of the auto throttle. And then 130 is about as slow as we want to get.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20.
Somebody landing on the left. And I'll look over.
United 838 Heavy number 2 for landing. Follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind calm, caution, the Cessna C700 landing runway 28 right. Clear to land runway 28 left. Alaska 725 Heavy exit runway when able. Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie exit runway when able. Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie contact ground on 124.25. Clear to land runway 28 left number 2 United 838 Heavy.
124.25 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie. Goodbye. San Francisco ground Cessna 527 Bravo
And
Charlie
you
requests
normally
taxi to parking.
stop right
Cessna
as you
527
cleared
Bravo
the
Charlie
runway.
taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Charlie.
I just taxi into
San
here.
Francisco ground Alaska 725 Heavy taxi to the gate. Alaska 725 Heavy taxi to gate Delta 10 via taxiway Echo Bravo Delta Alpha.
Taxi right into here. I used to use this building. It probably doesn't look like
Taxiing
this.
to gate Delta 10 using taxiway Echo Bravo Delta Alpha Alaska 725 Heavy. Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, did you copy?
I thought I did. What were they after me?
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Charlie Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie.
Okay, well we got here in one piece. With the auto throttle. There's a little switch here on the throttle controls that. Plus there's something up here on the panel which stayed on FMS. I could have switched that to manual, but it works fine. And they just want you to remember that you have an auto throttle, I guess, is what they are up to. I don't know why that's on, but that's on for the auto throttle. I guess.
725 heavy, hold position, caution other traffic.
So we'll go outside, just look around today, look at other traffic coming in. That was fun having an airliner that
hold position, Alaska 725 heavy.
Was on 28 left.
San Francisco ground, United 838 heavy taxi to the gate.
There's the moon going down.
United 838 heavy taxi to gate Delta 14 via taxiway Echo Bravo Delta
lights.
Alpha. Alaska 725 heavy, continue taxi.
Back at the airport. And general aviation parking used to be at the far end of 28. I used to land long because that's where we exchanged the mail. The post office was long. Also, United Maintenance is at the far end of runway 28.
Roger, Alaska 725 heavy.
So right over in there was where we parked every 6 nights a week. It seemed like every night. And general aviation, I believe they probably don't call it Butler Aviation anymore. Anyway, call it Millionaire down in Monterey. And there's Half Moon Bay is 9 miles away over the lakes that are up there. The water system for San Francisco gets pumped up into the lakes.
San Francisco ground, SkyWest Tree 450 heavy requesting pushback.
Up on top of the hill. Skyline
heavy
Boulevard.
pushback request accepted.
There they go. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.